Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen, specifically those of you who have been seeing multiple twos 22, 22, 222. I know it's been very, very prominent in my energy as of late. So, before we jump into it, I want to tell you all that I have this t shirt here. You all always know that, or most of you know if you watch my channel, that I'm always talking about these karmics. We have to throw these spiritual hands, and how crazy it gets out here in these spiritual streets. So I created this shirt for those of you who love spiritual phrases that says, karmics, don't catch these spiritual hands, okay? I'll move a little closer so that y'all can see that. And then on the back of it, hopefully you can see it, it says, it gets real out here in these spiritual streets, okay? So hopefully y'all can see that, because, I can't tell, of course. But these t-shirts are available for those of you who want to purchase. As you all know, everything is done through my email, so you can always just shoot me a email and order your shirts. I have them, they go up to extra large. The one that I have on right now is a small, okay? So, if you're interested, shoot me an email, purchase your shirt. So let's just see. We're going to tap into, we have to start off with the declaration. Declare and decree deck. Okay, if y'all want to order this deck, email me. You're going to write on paper whatever comes out, and you're going to burn it, of course, to clear the energy of whatever this is. So for those of you specifically who have been seeing 222, multiple twos, this says all fears known and unknown is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All fears known and unknown is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. So I'll take one more. Okay, so I have all spell work, rituals, black magic, evil eye, blocking spells, and all evil works done against myself and my family are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. Now, I know that's a lot, so you could probably screenshot that so that you can have it. All spell work, rituals, black magic, evil eye, blockage spells, and all evil works done against myself and my family are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So fears known and unknown, and all of that evil eye and spell work, okay? So let's jump right into it, because it could also suggest that the number 2 deals with balance, okay? It deals with justice. It deals with, the scales balancing. So whatever you put out there, you receive back, okay? And so it's a strong indicator that justice is now being served on behalf of the chosen seed. Those of you out there who have been seeing this number, if you come back later on, and a year from now, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, to view this message because you're seeing multiple twos, then this message is for you as well. Some of you might not be seeing it already, but some of you will be. So look at this. The 10 of Swords is in a reverse, which indicates that you're coming out of a very painful cycle. You're healing from it. You're getting back up on your 2 feet, okay? It's all about regeneration, renewal. And it means it only goes up from here. It only gets better from here, so it can't get any worse. So that just shows you that the painful cycle is over. The storm is over. That cycle of betrayal, heartache, okay, backstabbing energy, that cycle is over. The Page of Swords is in a reverse. Of course, there's some people that's not too happy about it. Deceptive people, manipulative people, people that's, being very immature in their communication, gossipers, obsessively watching. Folks are disappointed that you are coming up out of this very painful cycle. They're disappointed because they see that you are rising higher now, and they know they can't affect your energy anymore. Knight of Pentacles moves up to the 10 of Pentacles, so that just shows me that y'all have been putting in a lot of perseverance. You never gave up. The Knight of Pentacles does not give up, but the only thing about this energy is that it can move very slow, kind of at a snail's pace, but it's because the foundation that y'all have been laying out there is a solid one. And so this is all about hard work, productivity, conservation, responsibility. Like, y'all have been making sure that you've been crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And so because of this, things are moving you up towards the 10 of Pentacles, which is long-term success and abundance, because you took your time to get there. and you made sure that you took care of yourself, you healed yourself. And so this is why things are elevating for you. And so this is where you see the tangible evidence of the hard work that you have put in. You're finally starting to see the fruits of your labor here. So the Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. For those people who you couldn't collaborate with, if you felt like you couldn't work well with them, or if it was disharmony within certain relationships, this is just showing that that energy is being removed. It's out of the way now. And that's why the harvest comes in, because they can't partake in it, okay? But with this Four of Wands is also showing me something about your home, your living circumstances, where things are getting ready to be very stable. If you're looking to relocate or to get a new home, it's showing me that finally you're there, and that in this new home, a lot of abundance will be created there as well. Some of you are actually into real estate, and I see that also thriving and prospering for you if you've been waiting for things to advance or to take off in that area. So let's see. The number 2 can also indicate partnerships. Okay, so some of you might be creating business partnerships or collaborating with trustworthy people now, or coming into romantic partnerships. The Ace of Wands is here. So this strongly indicates a new beginning when it comes to exciting opportunities like new spark, new projects, feeling inspired or having this strong urge to create. But it's definitely a lot of potential surrounding whatever these creative ideas are. And it feels like I can definitely see that you're going to have the abundance necessary to support these creative ideas. So if it's something that you need to invest in, you are safe. It's safe for you to make those investments for those of you who have gotten to this space of security, because you know you've been laying that foundation. Now, okay, here we go with the Queen of Wands in a reverse. This heifer has been coming out a lot lately, okay? So apparently this is that energy of people who are just, they're jealous. What is the problem? Why do they always keep coming into the reading? It's like they just need to make their presence known. But this is someone who lacks creativity, okay? Whoever this is, they're very jealous because they see that you are embracing and moving in on these new ideas, and that nothing can stop you. Nothing can hold you back. Not even all of those things that you went through in the past. That's behind you. That has no bearing on your future. You are not being held back by your past. You are no longer in victimhood mentality, and this is why all of these beautiful ideas, the Most High is handing you one creative idea after another, and you are moving on that. So this Queen of Wands in a reverse is someone who is very jealous, insecure, selfish, you know. Look at this, neighborhood drama. One or some of your neighbors really don't like you, fake smile, small talk. They'll get over it. They don't have a choice. They will get over it. They'll live, okay? For some of you it's neighbors, for some of you it's false friends, whoever it is, they're too busy watching you. They need to mind their business, but they're mad because they see that a lot of beautiful things are coming in for you, and you know, it's the opposite for them because they're too bitter to actually create anything. So reflection, it says take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. So a lot of these people need to take a look in the mirror, you know, reflect on some things, you know, and understand that, hey, they can make it happen too if they heal, but they got a long way to go to get there. So too bad for them. All right, they just gonna have to play catch up, do what they got to do behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Chosen, you all are cultivating. You're growing things. Things are definitely growing for you. It says you are in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. And you most definitely are, because in the Knight of Pentacles, you're not rushing. You're taking your time. And because you're taking your time and making sure that everything is laid out exactly the way that it needs to be laid out, internally and externally, this is why the harvest is so great for y'all, okay? That's too many cards flipped over. So this is why the harvest is so great. So for some of you, this says you feel stuck. For some of you, it's talking about feeling stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. You know, I don't feel like this is y'all's situation, but if you feel like you're stuck, you're not going to be stuck for long. You're going to have a lot of new and creative ideas that's going to be filtering through, and that you're going to be that you're going to pursue here. Let me see. Real passion. Stop wasting time on dead-end jobs and find your true passion. It's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than what you truly deserve. So what are you truly passionate about, okay? For some of you, it does deal with connections because there is a male and female up here, but this is more so centered around your career path, your purpose. If it's dealing with connections, then it's like, okay, who are you truly passionate about, or are you just kind of dealing with people because it feels good in a moment? You want to make sure that the person that you're dealing with, especially on an intimate level, is in alignment with what you are creating and who you're becoming so that they don't hinder your growth and your manifestations. But this is talking about a dead-end job. Like if it's something that you're doing and you know that your creativity is suppressed and you have no desire to get up and do it every day. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. You're in a bad mood, you're unhappy, you're stressed out, depressed, and all of these things. You know it's time to move around and to definitely give yourself permission to start embracing what are you truly passionate about, okay? Time to experiment. Don't settle. Put yourself out there. Bottom of the deck says guidance. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and your purpose in life. So your spiritual team is definitely showing you what you need to do in order to get to your purpose, in order to see and to realize what that is. They're giving you the answers. They're guiding you on how to get there. So for some of you, if you feel like, okay, I feel trapped, I feel stuck. I know she's saying that, you know, there's going to be all of these creative ideas and all of this abundance, but where is it coming from? I don't know because I don't see it. Your spiritual team is showing you, and that's another reason why you're seeing the number 222 or multiple twos, because that's your spiritual team letting you know you got to balance the spiritual and the practical. You got to do the spiritual work and you got to put forth the practical effort, whatever that looks like. And if the practical effort is not always investing money, if you're not in that place financially just yet, there's things that you can do to at least learn about whatever it is that you want to work on. So for instance, I have these t-shirts. I had to have a vision of what I want to put on my t-shirts. I had to do some research on, where can I go? Who can I look into? How much might it cost? And things like that, right? But the vision was very important. Clearing out my energy and make sure that I'm not afraid to take the leap of faith and to do something new is important. So these are things that you will burn and release, but you also light your candles to manifest that power, that confidence that you need. So taking the action towards it is number one. That's key. Whether it's spiritual effort, practical effort, both is always necessary. That's why the number 2 tells you to balance out both in order to make things happen. So that's what your spiritual team is reminding you to do right now, especially if you feel trapped and you feel like I'm not sure what the next step is or what direction I'm supposed to go into. So I have 2 cards. I have harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. So for some of you, you need to be in a space where it's peaceful, it's silent, it's balanced energy. That's why I was saying, that's why the cards was talking about real passion. What are you truly passionate about? Because if you don't find any happiness in what you're doing, and if you feel like you're settling, then there's no harmony. And you can't manifest if there's a lack of harmony in what you're doing. But if you're in a peaceful environment where the energy feels right, it keeps you internally balanced. You can wake up and do it every day. Manifesting becomes so easy. Okay? Then you have the card of flashback. People from the past return. You may work with a previous coworker or take back an old job. You get a second chance. It's something about, I feel like for you all, it may not be going back to an old job. For some, it just might be. But what I'm picking up with this, because this camera is inside of this treasure chest, it feels like it might have been a vision that you had that you kind of locked away for a while, and you didn't really move on it, or if you did take action towards it, you might not have taken it all the way through to fruition. This is something that's coming back out, something that you're going to revisit, a vision that you had, a creative idea that you had that you tucked away, but now it's being reintroduced to you. But from a different perspective, because now you're in a different energy. Now you know how to work with energy. Now you know that you are energy, and everything is energy, and so you know how to transmute and alchemize. You become the master manifester, and in this energy, from this angle, you recognize that there are no limits, okay? Only the ones that you put on yourself. And so something from the past may resurface, an old creative idea may be coming back around for some of you. For others of you, it's a brand new idea. But whatever it is, it's going to lead you towards success, okay? So this says the path you are on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps takes you a long way. You're on track. So just take the necessary steps, you know. Sometimes things happen overnight, but a lot of times it does not, because you got to make sure that you're good internally in order to attract what you want externally. So you don't want to rush the process, but you do want to be consistent when it comes to taking the necessary steps to make things happen. That's the main thing, because it's going to lead you to success. You just have to know, regardless of how much time it takes for you to get there, when you do get there, it's going to be nice. Your reward is going to be plentiful. So it really does take that perseverance and that dedicated effort. And if you find that there are any patterns of self-sabotaging behavior patterns, put that on paper and burn it. I destroy and release all self-sabotaging behavior patterns in spirit and in flesh. That way, you don't get in your own way, okay? You don't fail to finish out what you started because you fear that it's going to take too long, or that you're going to run into some stumbling blocks, or maybe a fear of failure, or sometimes even a fear of success. You want to make sure that that energy is not a hindrance this go round. So now you have the Hierophant coming out here. So the Hierophant energy is all about institutions, tradition, conformity. Let me clarify and see why is the Hierophant coming out for you all. Because it could indicate just that discipline, self-discipline. Having the self-discipline to embark on your ideas. Staying focused, staying in alignment to make things happen. Using that wisdom that you have gained. See, the devil is in the reverse. It's all about discipline. You got to stay disciplined. If you get mixed up with the wrong energies, if there's addictive patterns, if there's unhealthy people around you, toxic situations, codependencies, fears, anything that's in alignment with this devil energy. Let's see. Shadow self, attachments, addictions, restrictions, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, toxicity. All of these things must be removed from your energy if you want to be successful at whatever this creative idea is. The devil is in the reverse, so it definitely shows me that many of you have cleared that. You have pretty much trampled the devil. You've destroyed that energy from your life. And so because of this, you get to take off. You get to take action. But this is not just undisciplined action. This is action that leads to commitment. You're committed to whatever it is that you're focused on. You're not just out there just being impulsive and moving because it seems to feel good in a moment's notice. For some of you, this is an energy of overcoming sexual addictions, okay? You yourself, or you might be releasing someone who had sexual addictions that was blocking your sacral chakra. If your sacral chakra is impacted, so is your creativity and your ability to co-create. And so I definitely see this energy of taming that energy, taming that beast, no longer allowing it to keep you shackled and restricted. The moon is in a reverse with the high priestess. Wow, so this is definitely an energy of seeing things from a higher perspective. You already had the Hierophant come out. So a strong spiritual energy. You see things very clearly. You see past illusions. You see past smoke screens. And because your spiritual eyes have opened and you are now listening to your intuition, you are no longer in the dark about what was holding you back or what's necessary to propel you forward. It's like everything is being revealed to you as long as you are trusting those spiritual downloads as they come through. So it's also a card of having high morals, you know, protecting your energy, knowing that you are sacred and everything about you is a sacred space. You are a temple. So treating yourself as that temple so that you can only house positive energy is what attracts the positive outcomes in your external reality. So the moon in the reverse is all about releasing fears. Okay? If there was any confusion, that's being removed here. Insecurities, darkness, misinterpretation of energy, like you're able to see things with the high priestess and the moon in the reverse. You talk about having some spiritual insight. You are clear about what's happening around you. I wouldn't be surprised if many of you was drawn to do spiritual work, because that means that your spiritual eyes are wide open. I have a lot of people tell me that they can see my spiritual eyes or my third eye when I do my messages. It's actually gotten a lot more what do you call it, visible as I've continued to awaken. And so I feel like for many of you, even if you can't see it visibly, you have, your spiritual eye is open, like wide open, okay? And so nothing can slip past you. No one can create illusions for you and have you insecure or fearful about taking a particular path or moving towards particular ideas, because you see things very clearly. But also consider the high priestess is the keeper of secrets. So she moves in silence. So you're being called to move in silence on these ideas. Don't tell nobody. I don't care. You know what? I'm getting to a space now where it's like, even if you trust people, until you have planted the seed, right? And you got that thing laid out, it's solid, it's in place, it's rooted, don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about it. Even to those people that you trust and you love dearly, don't even talk about it. Now, if you find that these are people who eventually can help you to invest in particular ideas, then at some point, yeah, but that's after the idea is rooted. You've taken every step that you could take independently. But when you get to that place where you might need some expert advice, or you might need some assistance, or if someone is willing to lend you a helping hand financially to bring things into fruition, then I understand giving some clarity about what you're working on, but being very careful about who you're asking for help from too. Okay, don't just ask Aunt Sue because Aunt Sue got money, but you know Aunt Sue is a hater. Aunt Sue can stay over there with her money because you'll manifest it from a different angle. You see what I'm saying? But moving in silence is very, very important. Let me clarify the high priestess with the moon in the reverse, get a little bit more information surrounding that. The high priestess with the moon in the reverse is clarified by connections. Look at that. It says build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. That's exactly what I was just now talking about. But of course, building bridges with the right people once it's solid and stable. You see what I'm saying? It has to be solid and stable. The foundation must be stable in order for that bridge to be a safe bridge to cross. You see what I'm saying? So this is also about connecting and communicating with the right people once you have things in alignment here. So I'm going to take a couple more cards and then I'm going to close out. Look at this. It says brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition, okay? You all have a lot of brilliant ideas out there that only you can bring into fruition. Only you can manifest those visions because it's unique to you. It's your energetic signature that's placed on those brilliant ideas. And so you're discovering your own unique way to break away from the grind, that 9 to 5, that job that you're tired of, that career that you've been in for far too long. These are unique ideas that's going to give you a open door to move towards your passions and your inspirations, okay? So let me see, I'm going to take one more card and then I'm going to close out. If you want to get a personal reading to follow up on this message, if you feel like this message is for you, or if you want to ask about anything, just feel free to email me. Check the description box for my email. I do have openings. So let's see. This says the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever you're working on, the energy that you need in order to manifest that thing is picking up in momentum. You determine how fast or how slow it moves. You can expedite the process depending on how honest are you with yourself. What is it that's going on within you that could block you or that could hinder you or that could cause some sort of slowdown in your progress? Do you have the wrong people around you or do you have the right people around you? Are you moving in silence? Are you taking the practical effort? Are you researching and making sure that you have everything that you need? Laying out a solid foundation in order to bring your vision into fruition. Are you doing that? And if you are, you know that that energy is definitely picking up. But if you're not, if there's things that you're doing that could hinder your growth, then that energy will slow down. So it's like it can pick up and you feel like, ooh, I'm almost there. And then if you let the wrong people back in, or if you start entertaining the wrong habits or patterns or thought processes and things like that, then it can slow down. So you determine how fast you're able to manifest that thing. But just know that right now, based on the current energy, the energy is gaining momentum and it can stay that way. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. It says fulfillment. Now, it wasn't the reverse, so that does indicate that you're not quite there yet, but you will get there. Fulfillment is all about the ripened fruit. The seeds that you have planted have finally manifested into fruition where you could see it. It's tangible. You could see it, feel it, touch it, taste it. It's there for you. The harvest is ready. It's not quite there yet, but you're getting there. So keep doing what y'all are doing out there. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Your spiritual team is guiding you. For those of you who feel stuck, who feel trapped, who feel like you don't know what your purpose is, you can always reach out to me and get a reading to learn more about what your purpose is. What are you here to do? It's well worth it. It's worth investing in yourself so that you can have an idea. What's blocking you? I can tell you where your blockages are at. I can tell you what to clear out, how to burn and release, what to put on your candles. Invest in yourself. That's my message for you all. If you love the t-shirt, if you want to purchase it, email me, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.